Hey traders, welcome back to the channel. It's the Market Movers Report for Wednesday, January 14th. So without further ado, let's get into it. The major indices closed out their second straight day of losses as bank earnings disappointments and tech stock weaknesses dragged the market lower. The S&P 500 dropped 0.5% to close at 6,927, while the Nasdaq led declines, tumbling 1% to settle at 23,472. The Dow showed the most resilience, slipping just 42 points, less than 0.1%, to end at 49,150. The big banks reported earnings this morning, and despite mostly beating expectations, their stocks got hammered. Bank of America dropped around 4%, even though it beat both earnings and revenue estimates. Investors focused on expense concerns heading into 2026. Citigroup initially rallied but ended down roughly 3.5% despite posting adjusted earnings of $1.81 per share, crushing the $1.67 per share estimate. The bank's investment banking revenue surged 35%, driven by M&A deals, but a $1.1 billion loss on selling its Russian operations weighed on sentiment. The real story: Trump's proposed 10% cap on credit card interest rates is spooking the sector. Combined with the ongoing DOJ investigation into Fed Chair Powell, bank stocks are getting hit hard despite solid fundamentals. For the week, Citigroup is down over 7%, Bank of America about 6%, and Wells Fargo nearly 7%. Tech stocks led the broader market sell-off. Nvidia fell over 1% after Reuters reported that Chinese customs officials instructed agents to block H200 AI chips from entering the country. This despite the U.S. just approving H200 exports to China on Tuesday. Chinese officials also warned domestic tech companies not to buy the chips unless absolutely necessary. Broadcom got crushed today, dropping 4%, while chipmakers across the board sold off on the news. But the absolute stars of the session, precious metals, those are going parabolic. Silver smashed through $90 per ounce for the first time ever, hitting a record high of $91.53 before settling around $90.50. That's up nearly 8% on the day and a stunning 29% year to date. Gold pushed to a new all-time high near $4,650 per ounce as safe haven demand exploded. It's not just gold and silver. Copper hit a record high too. Tin reached an all-time peak, and platinum surged over 3%. Multiple metals hitting records simultaneously is extremely rare and signals serious concerns about geopolitical risk, Fed independence, and inflation. So we've got a bit of a perfect storm happening with the geopolitical situation, the Fed independence story, the inflation story, all of these things combining to create the situation that we're in right now. Producer prices rose just 0.2%, slightly below the 0.3% forecast, reinforcing the softer inflation narrative. One bright spot: small cap stocks continue their impressive run. Once again, the Russell 2000 beat the S&P 500 for the 9th straight session, matching its longest streak since 1990. Market breadth is improving even as mega cap tech struggles, with over 300 stocks in the S&P 500 actually rising today despite the index's decline. Tomorrow brings more major bank earnings. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and BlackRock will all report before the bell. Investors will be watching closely to see if the pessimism around financials continues or if these investment banking powerhouses can turn the tide. So that's it for today, Wednesday, January 14th. Until tomorrow, hope you have a good trading day, and see you then. Bye-bye.